Hello, it is Dream, and today I am covering an overview of everything that happened today on the Tavern Talk livestream and everything that we are getting in the second anniversary patch coming tomorrow for COTC Global. So first things first, if you watched my last video or if you've been engaging with the Reddit or Discord communities at all in the last 2 weeks, you would know that a roadmap came out 2 weeks ago that nobody was happy about. The pacing of EN dramatically slowed, even from where we were already slowing. And so we got together as a community, gave our feedback to the CMs to pass along to the devs, and they did just that. Over the last 2 weeks, we had basically radio silence, and we were expecting that they would reply officially during the Tavern Talk since there was already one scheduled. And that they did. At the beginning of the stream, they said nothing about it for a few minutes, so chat was being a little ornery. However, once we got to the producer video segment of the live stream, where they recorded the producers of COTC from Japan addressing the global community, they basically just started out with, hey, thanks for playing our game, and then they go right into addressing the live stream. And so instead of having to paraphrase it, I'm just going to play that little minute here of them talking. So here we go.
私たちから2周年コンテンツをご紹介する前に、前回の生放送でご紹介したロードマップについても触れておきたいと思います。先日ロードマップでご紹介したコンテンツの配信ペースについて様々なご意見やご要望をいただいております。我々は皆様のストーリー進行状況を鑑みながら都度配信計画を作成しております。コンテンツを楽しみにしており、していただいている皆様をお待たせすることになり、大変申し訳ございません。今後の配信計画について現在もチームで検討を重ねておりますので、続行をお待ちいただければと思います。
そうですね、なかなか運営もの、配信ものというのは、その日本なら日本の COTC なら COTC の地域の皆さんに楽しんでいただきたいという思いが強くあるので、その地域の皆さんの進捗度を見ながら、一番盛り上がるタイミングで物語を出すとか、そういうことを非常に重要視して動いてはいるんですけれども、なかなか早く進んでいる方にとっては、それでは満足がいかないような運営スケジュールにはなっていることは認識していますので、改めて運営チームとも相談しながら改善に向かって協議を進められればなと思っております。
And there you have it. There is the producer's official response given to us during the live stream. And of course, they were already planning to make a video for the English live stream to celebrate the 2-year anniversary. So this was kind of just like a two birds, one stone thing. I'm sure they had to go back and record this video. So I'm very thankful that they did. But yeah, I would just say if you're not used to that kind of stuff, it's because in the West, we usually just interact with the social media guy or the community manager for a company. We usually don't get to hear directly from a dev team, and usually they're not even front-facing people. So with that said, let's talk about the meat of what they actually said in their response. So firstly, if you guys were not here for basically the first whole year of the game in the community actively, there was a big fear that EN would be moved too fast, arguably at the pace that we see the new Asian servers going at, and that we were going to fall so far behind and not have enough rubies, not have the daily rubies, and basically be in a worse spot than JP was at certain patches in their game. This was a very big and widespread fear at the beginning of the game, and so there was kind of a fear of, is 1.5 times speed too fast? Is it too slow? There was there was a divide in the community, and there was a lot of feedback going to the CMs back in the day about worrying about going too fast. And so about a year into the game, we did start slowing down, and then that started slowing down even more, and then it slowed down even more with the recent roadmap. So seeing them say hey, a lot of people aren't progressing through the game at a really high speed. We've seen that in the past. They've released the analytics for the JP game where the majority of players hadn't beaten the first arena, and then it drops down significantly for each arena after that. And the same thing with BOA boss chapters. You would see that only 50% of people got to a certain BOA chapter, and then it just starts hard falling after that, especially BOA 8, where I would argue is the first real fight that they force you to make a specific comp for in the story to be able to beat it, not just not slow beat it, but just to beat it in general. So in their mind, the feedback early on in the game from the community, along with the speed at which they can see that our accounts are actually progressing at as a whole, they're like, okay, we'll slow it down. We'll give them a chance to enjoy it. It is a single-player game to play at your own pace, of course. So I think that was the mindset that really took them into developing the roadmap that we didn't like 2 weeks ago. And that's basically what they say in this. So I'm inclined to believe them on face value on that. Of course, I think the EOS Doom posting that's been happening in the last 2 weeks is completely unfounded. I made a bunch of posts on the Reddit fighting about that. And so basically they say we're going to talk to our operations team and hopefully we can make a more fulfilling roadmap for EN in the future. We don't know when this will be. The next Tavern Talk is scheduled for 2 weeks from now. I assume that we're not going to get it that quickly. I assume that we are probably going to ride out the rest of this month, maybe part of next month, before we hear anything official about the pace of the game changing. However, I'm just happy to know that they did hear us. They do understand it's a serious problem, and they are willing to make adjustments for us. What those adjustments look like, and if we're happy about them, is something that we're going to have to find out at a later date. But I'm at least happy that it was addressed officially. I'm happy that they understand the concern specifically, and that they address that concern specifically. So that's all I'm going to say on that. I will give more info on that when we get more info on that. But overall, this was like a middle of the road case for me. Worst case was they don't say anything and they pretend nothing happened. Best case was they already had a new roadmap for us that fixed our problems, right? So this is the middle ground. Hopefully we get our best case scenario in a month or two. That's the new best case scenario. So yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. So with that said, that is the roadmap drama out of the way. Now let's talk about all of the insane stuff we are getting for 2nd anniversary. So let's start it off with the brand new units that are coming out tomorrow. Of course, the MTs are Debuff Queen Signa and our Warrior God Emperor King Sazantos. Both of these units have been must pulls for me and the majority of the community for a long time now. So I'm very, very excited. There will be a pull video on the channel tomorrow, so look forward to that. And alongside these two brand new beautiful characters that are coming to the game, we are also getting 1,000 rubies, a free veteran seal, and 100 free guides over the course of the next week. So I think they said on the first day when you log in, anniversary day, they will give us 50 pulls, and then for the next 5 days after that, we will get 10 extra added to that banner every single day. So at the end, we will have 100 total, along with a Gen Pull Selector seal, so that you can select any unit that you've missed. A lot of people purposely skipped Ogun because of where he came out a few months ago, being so close to the 2nd anniversary and us hoping that we would get the same selector that JP got, which we did. So I know that is a target for a lot of people. Another good target, Prim EX, Haunted EX, anything like that that you've missed that is general pull. If there was ever a time to do a reroll account to start the game fresh, this is the time to do it. Never before, and maybe never again, will you have a single day where you have so many pulls to do for free and so many rubies injected to your account immediately, along with having 2 limited banners to roll on where you can spook old MTs as well. And of course, if you get that good start and you are a spender, there is also a spender selector that you can do. This is a paid step-up banner. For every single lap you complete, you will get a selector that will allow you to select Gen Pull units, MT units, and SB units. You still will not be able to select Summer and Winter Limited or Collab units or Memory Champions. So if you are a new player and you want to be able to guarantee spend your way to grab past MTs like Rinyu that are really, really good, Richard, stuff like that, then you can guarantee it with this banner. Along with even veteran players, if you had to skip any of the recent Sacred Blaze banners like Canary, like Leon, like Detrena, because they were costly and in the middle of all of these really good MT banners, then now is your chance to go back, spend a few dollars, and grab them. And in the spirit of getting us to spend that money, they have given us access to 1,800 paid rubies worth of half-price packs. That means that you can get $180 worth of paid pool currency for only $90. You don't have to buy it in that big sum. You can buy it $10 or $5 at a time. And so that is really, really nice. And I will be picking up a lot of those packs for sure. And of course, as thankfully has become our trend, the MTs are also releasing with their own Awakening Stone packs. So if you are a spender going beyond the half price packs and you want to get even more value, we do have a stone so that you can A1 your Sazanto, and we do have a stone for Signa so that you can U10 her ultimate. But wait, there's more. They are also running a trial version of our paid monthly passes, where you get extra rubies every single day just for logging in, along with other benefits like bonus guide stones, free continues, more loot being multiplied when you turn it into the blacksmith, stuff like that. They are giving that out for 15 days for free, and if you are already a paid member, this will just stack alongside that. The only thing that does not stack with it is the number of party slots increased, so they're not going to give us like a gajillion party slots, but for those 15 days, you will be getting the double rubies if you own the paid passes and the free passes. And if you're a free-to-play player, hey, easy rubies in your pocket. You will not get any of the paid ones that you would get if you initially had bought the paid version, but you will be getting all the free ones, and you will also be getting 1,000 Awakening Shards along with that. along with some guide stones and, of course, some memory shards for all you new players so that you can power level your Nameless Town quickly if you are starting up this week. Speaking of the Awakening Shard shop, we also have Bargello and Sonia being added to that shop, meaning that those of you who skipped Bargello A4 are now finally able to start monthly fishing to finish that off. And for a week starting on the 31st, they will also be running a double guide stone hunt event for every single character. So this is a really good time, again, for new players to power level a bunch of characters up, and /or for everyone to level up their Odios, their Sazantos, their Signa, all of that really, really quickly. So make sure you save your tickets so that you have 7 the day it starts that you can pop all on, and then you can do the daily hunts during the event for even more double guide stones. And then, of course, to wrap this all up, the actual content that's coming out, Part 1 of Bestower of All Epilogue is beginning on the 24th, so we'll be able to play through a new story chapter, along with a new Elite Tower Fight Floor 4 coming out for some challenge content for us to enjoy, and along with some adversary fights for even more challenge content for us to enjoy. So that is everything that is coming out in the next 2 weeks. There is already a Tavern Talk scheduled for immediately after the event, so we will see then if we get an update to the roadmap early, or just what we're doing in general for the rest of the summer. I expect summer reruns for the limiteds, EX Fior, EX Sophia, that kind of thing, but I just want to put a reminder at the end of the video. Give them some time to work on the roadmap, give them some time to cook. They've heard our complaints. All we can do is hope and pray. You know, I'd rather have a good result in 2 months than a bad result in 2 weeks, you know what I mean? So with that said, I have been Dream. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow during our pull video for Sazantos and Signa. And until then, stay safe, stay cute, much love, a boo, a yeah.